Hey, welcome back, guys. You know, it's your boy Mike the Truth. As you can tell by the title, man, these are benefits that you should experience or are going to experience being on retention for 90+ days. And guys, I'm gonna go deep, but not too deep into this, but I'm gonna give you benefits that I have seen personally, and I've heard of other people, who do semen retention and practice what I practice. And shout out to Dante Young, man. He is a good YouTuber about semen retention, and he also dives a little bit deeper into it, because he's the one that motivated me to start doing this practice. The number one things I noticed, guys, is I'm gonna be real with you. It's not the most important, but it's the first thing I noticed. Female attention, bro. All of that energy that you're holding in, it affects your aura. And it makes, girls flocks into your aura, because let's be real. Have y'all ever been out in public and seen somebody that, that's vibrating and glowing and you just wanted to be around them? Not, consciously, like you don't just be like, oh, let me be around this person, but your body and your, like it wants to be attracted to that energy. It's the same thing with having the aura on semen retention. Since your energy is so high and you have that aura, you are going to attract more people into your energy field. Which leads me to my next thing, is sexual transmutation. When you're retaining all of this vitality, guys, and all of that pure life force in you, I'll say the first mistake a lot of people make on this journey is they don't know what to do with their energy. And that's how a lot of people relapse, and that's how a lot of people, may feel unmotivated with the journey, because they feel all that energy, but they're not directing it into something. So all of that energy building up, and like the first piece of meat you see online, you're going for it. And I'm saying that not out of pity for y'all, but out of, as I walk the walk. So, like I'm telling you things that I have been through. So I'm telling you, dog, like if you don't do nothing with that energy, it's gonna just stay there. So, sexual transmutation is probably the most important, not one of the most important benefits, because for you to have all of that energy and redirect it instead of expelling it, do you know how powerful that is? Like, regardless of what you do on a day-to-day basis, if you read, if you are an artist, or if you make music, sexual transmutation, all of that energy inside that you have from retaining, putting it into music or whatever you want to do, maybe social media, TikTok, YouTube, for example, you want to blow up your channel, you're going to put all of that energy into that if you use the sexual transmutation right. Because, all that energy was going to corn and everything, but now you got all that energy for something else. And that's what I mean by sexual transmutation, guys. I'm trying to build that energy up until it gets to the third eye. And that's when all the magic happens, guys. Is when all that energy from your root chakra goes all the way up right here to your third eye and eventually your crown chakra. I'm going to make a separate video on the chakras because, that's a whole different and deep topic I'm going to go into. My next thing, your testosterone, my boy, it's finna be through the roof. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's finna be a good and a bad thing. Let me explain. Number one, my boy, that morning wood finna be something serious. It's finna be something serious. And I tell everybody about that for one reason, because personally, that will always cause me to either get close to a relapse or think about relapsing. Let's be real. You wake up in the morning and the first thing you see is just boom. Boom. You feel me? It's right there. You know what I'm saying? It'd be so easy to, on the phone real quick and do your thing. But that goes back to what I just said about sexual transmutation, meditation, or yoga, trying to harness your energy. But let's go back to testosterone. Now, that's the bad thing about it, which it really ain't no bad thing about having, testosterone, especially as a man. But the bad thing about it is, guys, I already said the bad thing. My bad. Let me focus. The good thing about the high testosterone is better improvement in the gym, better vitality. As a man, you just feel more motivated. And I recognize that a lot of men these days are unmotivated, and they tend to think it's something else, so like, why everybody else around me always a hard worker and I can't do it? Dog, everything you want right now, I'm gonna tell you, is already in you. Everything that you want, hold on, guys. The fruit smoothing, but everything you want, guys, is already inside of you. Semen retention is just a tool to use to unlock what you already have. Like, I know some people who got so much potential. I'm sure you guys do too. You know, a friend, a family member, something that's got so much potential, but they just won't give it their all. And that's why I preach semen retention sometimes, guys. I know it's my first video about it on this channel, but I preach it, you know, offline and online, guys. Like, I don't force it on nobody, but I tell people because, bro, this is an amazing spiritual journey. Like, it's so beautiful. And I don't hear a lot of people talking about that. It's a beautiful journey, guys. Enjoy it. Like, I know it's spiritual. I know it's to make you better. And I know that it's hard to overcome, but guys, it's the journey, bro. And embrace it. Embrace those urges. That's my next topic right now, is urges. When you dealing with urges, guys, okay, many people have the misconception of, and I got this from Dante Young. You're a real one, my guy. Y'all subscribe to him. I'm gonna leave a link to his channel down below. You have, and I mean you really have to, guys. Like, let me see. I don't want to stop the video. I can end that out. But you know, I had got this from Dante Young, guys, and shout out to him because I'm gonna leave his link to his channel down below. He a real one, and he explained this to me. But not counting the days, guys, is also a real important thing. I see a lot of people in the semen retention community always talking about, you know, 30 days and 90-day benefits, including me. I mean, you see in the title, but I say that just to tell you this. 30, 60, 90, 100, 200, 300, whoop de whoop. Forget about it, bro. This is a lifestyle. You're living a lifestyle now. You are picking up a different spiritual practice, and you are leaving all of your old self to become your higher self. This isn't, you know, just something you use to get more women or something you use to, you know, for the wrong reasons. And I see a lot of people on here using it for the wrong reasons. And I also want to touch on that it does make you somewhat of a god. And what I mean by that is I'm not talking about, you know, thinking you're above everything else, but having that humble and kind heart to know that, you know, you are not everything. You know, if that makes sense. You're humble enough to know that you still have stuff to work on, but you're confident enough to know that you are going towards those goals. And a lot of people get unmotivated because they may not reach those goals. But with semen retention, guys, it's easy to transmute that energy for that extra motivation to reach those goals. I know everybody different. You know, everybody got a different way of hitting their goals. You know, everybody got a different way to get motivated. Whatever is your go-to in the morning, guys, whether if you jam music, whether if you got to yoga, meditate, I don't care if you just got to go outside and scream, dog. Whatever you got to do in the morning to get your mindset ready for the day, do it. Because that leads me to my next topic, which is, it kind of translate with, you know, sexual transmutation, but it's kind of not. But, you know, it's about mentally being free too. That's what leads me to yoga and meditation, guys. Now, I ain't finna sit here and lie to y'all and act like I do it every day. I don't. But I find that when I have stressful emotions or negative emotions, that taking 4 or 5 minutes out of my day isn't gonna, you know, affect, you know, like whatever else I gotta do in that day. So I take 5 to 10 minutes to myself if I'm feeling in a negative emotion, close my eyes, breathe for like 5 minutes, and focus on my breath. People go too deep into meditation and yoga sometimes. I'm just gonna be real. If you never did it before, you want to ease into it, dog, just start with 2 minutes. Clear your mind, focus on your breath. Because you gotta remember, guys, you got all of that energy around you. It's a lot. And that's, you know, why your aura is so you know, it's just so bright and vivid. That's why you got to meditate, so you can harness that energy and control that energy. Because if you don't, guys, it's real easy for that energy to, you know, stay down there in your root and sacral chakra, which those have to do with sex and, you know, insecurity, self-esteem, and stuff like that. That's why I say I'm gonna go deeper into the chakra video for another video, because I really want y'all to get that. But that's why it's so important to meditate, guys. Because when you meditate, you get to not only heal those chakras, but you also get to release a lot of energy in those chakras, which the first chakra that usually get affected on semen retention is the root chakra, only because that's the base of feeling grounded and dealing with fear. And that's the main chakra on how the masses control us. But like I said again, guys, that's for a whole nother video, because, you know, my mind be racing, dog. I be trying to let y'all know I don't gatekeep on nothing. I'm trying to let y'all know, but make that a separate video, so for the people who actually just love chakras, y'all can really have that detailed video. Another thing, one of the benefits I seen, you know, from going over 90 days is pheromones. And this finna trip y'all out. So if we take it back to the, you know, like the animal kingdom, right? Y'all know how when it's time to mate and stuff, you know, different animals give out different pheromones to let the other six know that, you know, they want to mate. So I'll give an example rather than explaining it. I was in the gym the other day, right? You know, I always see my gym family in the morning, you know, they're my people, my family. But, you know, my buddy the other day, when I had seen him, he was like, man, you just glowing, you just vibrating, brother. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? I was like, nothing, man, you know, just another day. And it was weird. It wasn't weird because he my dog, but he started rubbing his shoulder against mine and said, let me get some of that energy, big dog. Mind you, take 5 steps back. Said energy. Number one word, E-N-E-R-G-Y, energy. That tripped me out so bad when I got home, because, you know, you at the gym, you focus, you locked in, you're not thinking about it. That tripped me out so bad because I thought about it. I said, bro, imagine having so much energy radiating off of you that somebody literally comes up and rubs their body against yours to get some of your energy, guys. That's how you know you're vibrating at a higher frequency. Also, that's how you know that, you know, you got a pure aura. You have a pure aura. That's a tongue twister, my bad. You have a pure aura. And I see a lot of people these days misusing the word aura, you know, as some type of masculine, I don't know how to explain it, but, you know, like, they even took advantage of that word aura. But, you know, your aura is literally the field around you, you know, they got to do with your chakras on how strong your field is. For example, you may see somebody walking, you know, they're just moping around, looking all sad. You don't want to be around that person because they have a negative aura. And, you know, like, some people don't know that, and they may just get around a person. For example, you know, a female or a male may get around a person like, I don't know, man, just like, they cool or whatever, but every time I get around them, they just be so negative. Dog, get away from that person. I don't care who it is. Get away from that person, bro, because they will try to steal your energy anytime they get, and they will also try to, you know what I'm saying, because it's a lot of energy vampires out here. And that's a whole other video too. It's a lot of energy vampires out here. So that's why I say you got to be wary of who you let around your energy, because not everybody wants to see you shine and vibrate how you doing. But one of the last benefits that I made, I ain't gonna say that I made, but one of the last benefits that I have seen from doing this practice over 90 days is motivation. I used to be the type to, you know, wake up, not really do anything, scroll on TikTok for endless hours, you know, like just wasting my morning basically. But on my journey with semen retention, going, you know, 90+ days, like, you know, getting up in the morning, going to the gym, jogging, going by giving me a little fruit smoothie or something, like that's normal to me now. Like, that's my normal life. When at one point that was so taboo to me. You know, it was so taboo. But when you go past 30 and 90 days, these are some of the benefits you're going to start to see. And I'm going to start posting more content because it's a lot of individual benefits I can go deeper on and explain. But this was just a quick video to show y'all, you know, some benefits to expect and some things to expect when dealing on this journey, you know, passing 30 and 60 or 90 days. And also, guys, I'm going to start doing one-on-one consultations too. I'm going to leave, you know, the link down below so you can get my number or anything, bro. If you need help with anything, you just motivation or just, you know, a big bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm here for you, dog, you know, because I know that it take a village sometimes, you know. But, you know, it's been Mike the Truth, man. I enjoyed talking with y'all. I appreciate y'all taking the time and y'all there to watch my video, especially if you made it to the end. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to comment down below, you know what I'm saying, like what y'all got from the video, anything that y'all relate with, anything like that. I just appreciate y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. Peace, love, and light, guys.